Hello once again, welcome to Mima's Crafts. Today I'm going to show you how to crochet this mini shoulder bag here. So this is our bag. It's a small bag but with a crossbody handle, this one, but you can choose to put a shorter handle if you want. So this is the base of the bag, and here I put a button, but you can choose to put a zipper. Okay, so here we're going to be using single crochet in the back loop and the knit stitch. So this is a very simple bag to crochet even if you're a crochet beginner. So let's see what we're going to need for us to crochet this bag. So you're going to need a scissors, a crochet hook. This is a 6mm crochet hook. You're also going to need a tapestry needle. You're also going to need stitch markers, and then here you can use a button or you can put a zipper. So you need a button. This is a 20mm button, and you also need sewing thread and needle for us to attach the button. Then here I used macrame, 4mm thick macrame cord. However, if you don't have this type of yarn, you can use any other type of yarn that you have. Even t-shirt yarn can do. Just make sure that it is a bit thick for you to be able to use a 6mm crochet hook. So let's begin. So we're going to begin with a chain of 14 for the base of our bag. One, two, three, four. So I'm going to go on and come back with a chain of 14. So next we're going to begin the first round. So here I skip the first stitch from the hook, insert my hook in the second, lap a loop, yarn over, and then pull through. I'm going to put a stitch marker here to mark the first stitch of the round, like that. Then in the next chain I'm going to put one single crochet, one single crochet again, one single crochet. So I'm going to continue with one single crochet up until we're at the end here. So here we're now in the last chain, this one. So in this last chain we're going to put 5 single crochets. That's 1, 2, put a stitch marker, 3, 4, 5, and then the last one, 5. So now we're going to start crocheting at the back of the chains. So I've been inserting my hook into these small spaces here. Okay, so I'll put one single crochet in each, like that. So I'm also hiding this tail as I crochet, like this. So I'm going to continue and come back in the last stitch here. So here in this last one I put 4 single crochets here. In this last one, that's 1, 2, 3, and then the last one, 4, okay. So we've just completed the first round, so we move on to the next round. So this is the first stitch. Remove the stitch marker, and work 1 single crochet. So this is single crochet in US terms and double crochet in UK terms. In the next stitch I'm going to put 1 single crochet again. So all the stitches that do not have stitch markers, I'll be putting 1 single crochet. And those that have stitch markers, I'll be putting 2 single crochets, except for this one that is marking the starting point. So here I'm going to continue with 1 single crochet up until I'm in the stitch. So here we are. So in this stitch with the stitch marker, I remove the stitch marker and then I put 2 single crochets in this stitch. Okay, so that's 1. Okay, 1 stitch, put back the stitch marker. Again, in the same stitch, I put another single crochet like that. Okay, so I've put 2 here. I repeat again in the following stitches. 1, here again in the same stitch, 2. Moving to the next one. 1, again in the same stitch, 2. Okay, so here I'm going to continue with 1 single crochet in the following stitches. Okay, so I'm going to continue. Let's meet in the stitch. So we're left with 3 stitches, these ones that have stitch markers. So I'm going to put 2 single crochets in each, and then putting back the stitch marker. That's 1. Again in the same stitch, 2. I'll move on into the following. That's 1. Again in the same stitch, 2. So this is my last stitch. I put 2 single crochets again, 1, and then again 2. Okay, so this completes my second round, and you can see that we are increasing the length as well as the width of the base of our bag. So we're going to repeat this second round, the last one that we just did, 2 more times to crochet round 3 and round 4, and then come back. Just make sure that in these stitches that have stitch markers, you put 2 single crochets, and then these ones that do not have stitch markers, you only put 1. So let's do that and then come back. So I now have 4 rounds. So I'm going to remove the stitch markers and just remain with this one that is marking the starting point. So now we're going to crochet slip stitch along the edge here before we begin the sides. So here's how we crochet slip stitch. So here, insert your hook below both loops, pull up a loop, okay, and then pull it through again like that. So this is my slip stitch, this one. Okay, so I'm going to put back the stitch marker here. In the following stitch again, 1 slip stitch. Okay, like that. Okay, so this is the slip stitch. So I'm going to continue right round up until I'm back here. So this is the base of our bag. So the length of our bag is 24 centimeters, and then the width is about 11 centimeters. So now we want to proceed and start crocheting the sides of our bag. So if you turn your base, you'll find that we have 3 loops here. We have 1, 2, 3. Okay, but we're just going to be crocheting in the back loop only. So here, and we're going to be crocheting single crochet. So we have this front, the second, and then the third loop. So this is the back loop, this one, and then I'm going to work 1 single crochet like that. Okay, so I'm going to put the stitch marker in the stitch that I've just crocheted, this one. So in the following stitch again, I'm going to put 1 single crochet, so in the back loop, okay, the back loop only, like this. 1, 2, this one, okay, 1 single crochet. So I'm going to continue with 1 single crochet right round up until I'm back here. I've just completed the first round, this one of the sides. So now we'll move on to the next round. So in the next round, we're going to be alternating between single crochet in the back loop and knit stitch, okay. So in this very first stitch here, I'm going to put single crochet in the back loop, okay. So we have 2 loops here, okay. So insert in the back loop and work 1 single crochet. Okay, I'm going to put back the stitch marker here, and then in the next stitch, okay, instead of inserting my hook here or in the back loop, I'm going to come, we have this V here, okay, this V, I'm going to insert my hook between the V, okay, it should come out at the back like this. Grab my yarn like that, and then work a normal single crochet like this, okay. Again, in the next one, I work 1 single crochet in the back loop like this, and then in the following, I insert my hook between the V, okay, here. So I'm going to dim the light so that you see where I'm inserting my hook, okay. So instead of inserting my hook here or here, I'm going to come here between this V, okay, here. Pull up a loop, okay, and then work a normal single crochet like this, okay. So we have in the back loop, and this one is called the knit stitch, okay. Again, in the following, single crochet in the back loop, and then here we do the knit stitch. Instead of here or here, I'm going to go in between the V here, okay, and then work 1 like that, okay. So I'm going to continue with this pattern right round up until we're back here, the starting point. So here I've done the second round, okay. You can see that this is the knit stitch, single crochet in the back loop, knit stitch. So here, okay, my last stitch was the knit stitch, so my first stitch is going to be single crochet in the back loop, okay. So you find that the knit stitch will go on top of another knit stitch. This was a knit stitch, so the one that is following is also a knit stitch like this, okay. Then the following one, single crochet in the back loop, this one knit stitch like this, okay. So you repeat the pattern up until you have 10 rounds and then come back. Welcome back. So we now have 10 rounds, okay. So this is the pattern. I'm just going to dim the lights a bit, okay. So this is the pattern. We have the knit stitch and then single crochet in the back loop, okay. So now we want to move on to the next round, okay. So here we're going to be crocheting slip stitch, so in the back loop. So we have 2 loops here, the front and the back. So I'm going to set my hook here, pull up a loop, and then pull it again like that. So put back the stitch marker, and then again in the next stitch, slip stitch, insert your hook, and then pull through again, okay. then pull through. Here again, then pull through. Okay, so I'm going to go on right round and then come back here. So I've just completed this one round of slip stitch. Okay, so we're going to repeat the slip stitch and crochet 2 more rounds and then come back. Welcome back. So I've done three rounds of slip stitch. So now we want to fasten off and finish our bag. So I'm just going to cut here, and then this is the starting point, so we're just going to fasten off here. So okay, so I'm going to hide this thread inside the bag and then come back. So this is my bag without the handle. So we just want to put a long handle, like a crossbody handle. Okay, so here I have a total number of 50 stitches. So what I'm going to do here is I want to divide them into 2 so that we see where we put our handle. So I'm just going to lay it flat, and then I'm going to put 1 stitch marker here along the edge. So from there I'm going to count 24 stitches beginning in the next stitch here. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, 23, 24. Okay, so I put my stitch marker in the next stitch. That's 1. So I'm going to join my handle on this point. Alternatively, you can just lay your bag flat and then join your handle along the edges here. So now let's crochet the handle. So we're going to crochet the simple Romanian cord. So here leave about 20 centimeters or 30 centimeters for us to be able to join the handle to the back. So from there I'm going to make a slip knot like that, and then we're going to chain 2. That's 1 and then 2. Okay, I'm going to set my hook into the second stitch from the hook and then make 1 single crochet. Okay, like that. So we find that we have this small bump at the back of the first chain, this one. So I'm going to turn like that, and then set. So grab your yarn, pull through, and over again, pull through. So I find that now we have these 2 back loops here, these ones. So I'm going to turn and then insert into those loops, pull through and over, then pull through again. Again, I turn, set into those 2 back loops, pull through again, like that. Okay, so you find that you just continue doing this up until you have your desired length of handle. So I'm just going to continue to about 1 meter because I want it to be a crossbody handle. Okay, but if you want it to be a short handle, it's still fine. So let's continue and come back to finish off. Welcome back. So this is my handle. Okay, so again here I've left a tail. Okay, so I pull here, okay, so you should have 2 tails. Okay, so these ones are going to help us attach the handle to the bag. So here remember where we began. Okay, you might have this small knot here at the end, so you can just unravel it. Okay, you can just remove the knot like this so that it's a bit more flat. Okay, so here this is our handle. So now we join to the back. I'm going to use a tapestry needle. I'm just going to join on the stitch and the others beside the stitch. Okay, so here we've attached the handle to the bag. Okay, this one. So now I'm just going to fasten this and hide it inside the bag. So I'm going to come back again after doing that. Make sure that before you join the other side that your handle is not twisted. Okay, so I'll come back and I'll repeat on the side and then join and then come back. So this is our bag so far with the handle. Okay, so now I'm just going to attach a button here. If you want, you can put a zipper. Okay, so I'm just going to come in the middle and then put a button at the center here. Okay, so we now have the button in place. So for the buttonhole, okay, leave a small tail. We're going to do a chain that is long enough to wrap around the button. Okay, that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So it should be able to wrap around the button. So let's add 3 more. 11, 12, 13. Okay, such that when you come here, you can do it like this and then you come the other side. Okay, so just going to remain with 13. So I'm just going to cut here. And then I pull. Okay, so this is going to make our buttonhole. Okay, so I'm going to come directly opposite the button and then we're going to insert this. Okay, so here, then into the next stitch. Okay, so here you can tie or you can fasten off whichever way you want. So again, I'm going to hide this thread inside the bag and then come back. Okay, so this is our bag and it is done. So this is the back side. Also, because we have this seam here, so this would be the front side. Okay, with the button and then the bottom. Thank you for watching Mima's Crafts. Please do subscribe, like and comment for more videos. Thank you.